Hey guys, welcome back to another Punishing Gurren video. Now today we're going to be talking about something that is very controversial amongst you guys. As you have seen on the topic of the video, is it worth it to actually get this lift skin that you're seeing in my main screen, my main menu, whatever you want to call it? Is it worth it or is it not? Now before we start that, let me remind all of you guys to make sure you have claimed all the rewards from the Rising Star event, as we have already hit the overall progress of like 10 million. So all these rewards are free. Make sure you claim it before like 27th of September. Make sure you don't miss it. If you miss it, you might miss out like a lot of things. So let's get back to the topic. So let's talk about, is it actually worth it to get this skin? So the cost of, I've already purchased it so you can't see it. So the cost of this lift skin is around like 3150 event currency, which is 3150. Is it actually worth it? Should you just use the 3150 event currency to go and exchange like bath loan or maybe like overclock materials, construct EXP part, or one of the most important currency in this game next to black card, which is the cogs, because you need a lot of these to upgrade your skills and upgrading your memories, upgrading weapon, everything requires cogs. So this is actually like a really important currency. Now before we discuss about is it actually worth it, you have to take a look at the calculations first. I've already made like a few quick maths, like calculating like how much event currency you're getting every single day and total up how much event currency you could actually accumulate throughout 30 days of the event. So let's get into that. So before we get into the math of in terms of how much event currency you could be earning every single day and over the course of 30 days, how much could you accumulate for? First, let's talk about what you're losing in terms of using your precious event currency towards exchanging the lift skin. So the lift skin costs 3150 event currency. With that amount of event currency, you could be getting 12.6 bath loan. So losing 12 bath loan isn't really a issue if you're an OG and you've been playing since the day one, you've been farming for all the resource. But if you're a new player that just recently got into this game, then maybe you would want to prioritize on getting bath loan instead of like the lift skin, because you could use it on your dark damage Watanabe, or maybe you could use it on like S-Class Kamui as well, making him like a sub DPS for your dark team. So now what about the other resources that is really important, especially like the cox packs? So with 3150 event currency, you could be getting around like 95.5 packs. So that is equivalent to like what? 9.5 million cogs. With 9.5 million cogs, you could be maxing out your character weapons, maybe like the memories and everything, because we all know how fast we use up all this particular resource all the time. So let's take a look. If you want to like max a memories, let's say if we want to overclock it. Overclocking it costs like 30k and upgrading it costs around like 6, 7, 8k, 12k more. But that's not the point here. The most important part is, let's take a look at how much it eats up your cogs in terms of upgrading your like abilities. These things stacks up really fast. If you're trying to max a character's ability, they take up not just a lot of skill points, they actually took up the most of your cogs. Upgrading, let's see, like level 1, it only takes like 2000, like that's nothing. Going up again, 3000, going up 4000, 5000, 6000, and so on and so on and so on. So this is why like this currency is so important next to like black cards, right? Black cards is the most important one, but this is the second most important resource. So you could be losing up to like 9.5 million, right? So if you don't have like your character's level up max yet, or the skill points and everything, and because of that you aren't be able to like achieve level 100 in Tower of Babel, then I would definitely recommend you to go for that resource instead of getting the lift skin. Now let's talk about another one which is really important as well, which I pretty much drain out all of it. Right now I own like 0 of it, which is the construct EXP part, which is like your units EXP part. Now with the amount of, again, 3150 event currency, you could be getting around like 126 times 3 EXP part, which is equivalent to like 378 EXP pot, large ones. So how much does it take for this particular EXP pot to max out a character from level 1 to level 80? it would take around like 166 EXP pot to get a character unit to level 1 to level 80. So getting that lift skin would mean that you would be sacrificing like 2 max level characters. So hope that information helps. Now, after hearing all of those numbers, you might think that, hey, it's actually not worth it to get that lift skin now. Before we make that conclusion, let's take a look at how much event currency you could be earning every single day, and over the course of 30 days, how much could you have accumulated for. Now, the auto regenerate serum that we get every single day is like 240. So 10 serum every single hour. So in the course of 24 hours, you'll be accumulating around to like 240. And the missions, you could claim a free 160 every single day. So that adds up to like 300. And now, after the new patch update, you could be getting extra like serum in the dorm missions as well. If you take a look at here, and yeah, if you complete 2 dormitory missions, you will be able to claim this one as well, which is an extra serum bundle, which would adds up to like 360 serum that you could be accumulating daily. So 360 serum. Let's say if you put all of it towards the event stages, which is the Kilo 7, which costs around like 120 serum every single time you try it, you would be able to do the stage for like 3 times every single day, and the drop rate in Kilo 7 is going to be around like 136 to 142, maybe like 44, I don't know. But if you use like in the middle, let's count the average, right? 3 stages, you could challenge this stage 3 times. The average is around like 139 to 140. Times 3, you could be getting around like 417 to like 420 currency every single day. So over the course of 30 days, you could be getting around like 12.5k event currency now. With 12.5 event currency, you could pretty much get everything in the Fallen Star event. Let's say if you want to get the lift skin, you got it. 3.1k is gone. Now you would still have like 9.4k, and get 12 Bathlon, another 3k is gone. Now you have like 6k left, and with the amount of like 6k event currency, you could be getting like this one, 9 million, which you use like 3k on this one, and you use 3k on the construct exp pot as well for like maxing 2 characters. So you could, do that calculation to yourself, whether you require more like cogs or maybe you want more construct exp pot. It's completely up to you. Now, the most important question that you guys have been asking for: is it actually worth it to get this skin? Now, if you have been playing since day one, you could be accumulating over like 12.5k event currency by the end of the event, so you'll be able to get everything. And this skin is exclusive, possibly. Maybe it might do a rerun, it might come back, but when she comes back, it's probably gonna cost like rainbow cards to buy it in a top-up shop like this one, in like skin supply pack, or maybe she could come back in a form of in the shop coding, which is in the coding shop, which requires you to use like coding blueprint to exchange it. Either way, it's not worth it as well. Why not get it right now if you're planning to get it in the future? Why not get it now if you're planning to get it in the future, right? Just get it now, because who knows if it's ever gonna come back. Now, for those who are like new players who just come into this event a few days ago, maybe a week ago, and you are missing out by a lot, like a week or 2 event currency that you could be grinding. Maybe you don't have enough event currency to get like Bathlon, or maybe like trying to max out your characters to deal with Babel Tower, then I would definitely not recommend you to go for that event lift skin, because maxing your characters, getting like extra 6-star memories in the Tower of Babel, or maybe getting like Bathlon for your Dark Damage Watanabe or your S-Class community is way more important. That's like a priority. But for those players who have been playing since day one, unless you plan to max out all your characters, it really does nothing. It's just like 3k currency, right? You're losing like a tiny bit, because eventually you're going to be maxing out all your characters if you plan to play the game in the long run. Now, personally, exclusive stuff do attract me to trying to get it, but it really depends on you. For me, I think it's actually worth it, because knowing that I'm going to play the game for a really, really long time, I'm going to be maxing out all my characters and everything, so those things doesn't really matter. I could get it eventually, but if I miss the chance of getting this lift skin right now, I might not be able to get it back in the future. So knowing that, I would definitely not want to miss this skin. So That's my opinion. Yo, I mean, like, look at the details of this. Yeah, it does show like a row bar between your thighs, but look at the freaking like fairy wings. They look really colorful and they look really good on Liv. Like, this is a new look compared to this, right? I mean, this is just boring looking. And even if you like awaken it, it just looks like shit. Well, it doesn't look like shit, but it looks fine. But I would prefer using this. It just looks more gorgeous, more elegant, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's actually worth it.